Thanks, Raina. Right here in Louisville and across our area, trains are blocking crossings, sometimes for hours.
WDRB's Dalton Godby and Marcus Green uncover the dangerous problem and what's stopping those trains from rolling through.
There is nothing out of the ordinary on these train tracks in South Louisville. They sit still, quiet, empty. What's approaching from the distance is also nothing out of the ordinary. A CSX train rumbles down the line. The fully loaded freight blows past this crossing as its rails rattle beneath the weight. But what's about to happen here is not ordinary. The train's brakes suddenly squeal as they press against the tracks. The cars begin to slow. The whistling of wheels warn of what's coming as the train lets out a sigh, signaling a stop.
At least 2 to 3 times a day.
Every day.
Every day.
Stephanie Lyons Powell is used to the noise. She's used to the screeches and the horns. She lives beside the tracks. The train has now been halted for 17 minutes.
Longer. We got some time.
WDRB Investigates looked into how often these crossings are being blocked. This crossing, there have been 2 complaints in the last 18 months, but the data we found shows only a snapshot of the frustration. In Kentucky, since January of 2022, there have been 487 complaints of blocked crossings, 76 in Indiana.
If there were an emergency on the other side of these tracks and an ambulance needed to get through there, how would that be possible?
They wouldn't. This is the only way in and out.
Your mind is thinking, is this going to be 10 seconds or is this going to be 25 minutes? Do we need to turn around? Is it quick for us to turn around? Is there a place for us to turn around? Because the bottom line is, lives are at stake.
Anchorage Middletown Fire and EMS serves a district with multiple crossings. When we dug into the numbers, we found that Lucas Lane in Anchorage had 35 complaints since 2022. That's the most in Kentucky.
We can go around cars, we can go around barricades, we can move things, cars will move out of the way, but one thing you can't move is a train.
Kentucky law allows local governments to fine railroad companies when trains block crossings, but it was paused after a 2020 lawsuit when a judge ruled in favor of a federal law which does not penalize for blocked crossings. The lawsuit stemmed from citations issued in Pulaski and McCreary County.
We have wrote tickets that don't amount to anything with railroad.
Mike Hall is the mayor of Science Hill in Pulaski County, where stop trains have blocked entrances to the city. He's hopeful that the Supreme Court will return power to the states to keep the trains moving.
It depends on what kind of fine they had to pay, if they found them guilty. So there would be several on the road if they if we rode by every time they blocked the track.
It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard to stop an issue that you can't get around.
If something happens, God forbid, like a heart attack or a house on fire, fire trucks can't get back there, ambulance can't get back there, so those people they're not in a safe situation.
For Stephanie Lyons Powell and the homes behind this track,
It's just a madhouse.
today's train stayed for 41 minutes, but they're ready to blow the whistle
These people right here, they need a solution.
on an out-of-the-ordinary problem that has become quite the ordinary. With photojournalist Stuart Hammer, Dalton Godby, WDRB News.
We reached out to railroad companies to find out why the trains are stopping and the concerns behind the blocked crossings, but we did not hear back. On WDRB.com, Marcus Green writes in depth about the crossings in Kentucky and Indiana that have received the most complaints.